Hey guys, find a nice comfortable seat. Start to close your eyes. Sit up nice and tall. Relax the shoulders. And just start to take a nice deep breath in through the nose as you exhale out through the mouth. Inhale through the nose and exhale through the mouth. Let the mind be still. Focus on the present moment and let the body relax. Again, just take a deep breath in and a big exhale out. One more inhale and exhale. Now inhale, reach both arms towards the sky. As you exhale, bring the hands to the heart, chin to chest. Inhale, reach those arms up to the sky. Exhale, hands to heart. Inhale, reach those arms to the sky. And exhale, hands to heart. Reach the fingertips out to a T here. And then we'll just start to draw some circles into the arms clockwise a few times. Keep nice and tall through the spine, rip the hips, sitting bones down into the mat. Now we'll go opposite way, so whichever side you did before, just go the opposite. Feel little circles into the arms. Now reach through the fingertips here and push your fingers away, fingertips up to the sky. We'll just start to rock from side to side a few times. Imagine there's a wall beside, and then we'll just take that right arm up to the sky into your side bend. Inhale to center and exhale to the opposite side. Again, inhale, reach, and exhale to the side. Inhale, reach, and exhale over. Inhale, come back to center, reach, exhale, take it over to the side. Inhale, we come back to center, and exhale, we take it over. Inhale, come to center. Hold it for a moment. As you exhale, bring the hands through to the heart. Just pause. As we then extend the right arm to the sky, take a twist and gaze over your left shoulder. Inhale back through center. We exhale and twist to the right. Inhale, reach. And again, let's twist to the left. Inhale, we come back to center. As we exhale, twist to the right. And inhale, interlock the fingers, reaching those arms up towards the sky, gaze forward, and then again we just start to open the arms to a T and reach side to side for a few seconds. And let's find our way into our tabletop position. So as you get there, stack those knees underneath your hips, hug your belly in nice and tight, spread the fingers out like a high five. And then maybe just give yourself a little wiggle here. So from here, I'm going to work in some tabletop hovers, knee lift. So tuck your toes. We start to tap those knees here. 3, going for 20. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Awesome, guys. Let's keep going. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Last one, and 10. Drop the knees to the floor. Untuck your toes. Inhale, look up to the sky. As you exhale, chin to chest, belly pulls to the spine into your cat pose. Hold it for a moment. Again, let's inhale, lift up, open the collarbone, gaze to the sky. As you exhale, bring that chin to the chest. Breathe for a moment. Finding your way back into your tabletop, we open out through the left side, shoulder stretch. Release. Inhale, let's open out through the right side. Gaze towards your fingertips. And release. Now flip your fingers towards your knees here. I want you to stretch into those wrists. Spread your fingers out again, nice and wide. Now, depending on your flexibility in those wrists, Might not feel nice. Just wiggle your hips a few times from side to side. Draw some circles over the wrists. And then let's flip your fingers to the opposite side here. So just circling over the wrists a few times. Again, spread the fingers out as wide as you can. From there, we come back into our tabletop position. We're coming back into those tabletops. Tuck your toes, lift those knees. So go for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 more, guys. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Awesome. Well done, guys. Untuck your toes. Thread the needle on your right. Extend through the fingertips. Maybe extend the left leg back. So your right fingertips are reaching towards the right side of the mat. Now you've got the option here to close your eyes for a few moments and just breathe. Connect with your body, your breath, and relax, just to let go. Palm faces to the sky. Now push into the opposite hand as you find your way back to tabletop. Extend through the opposite side. Right fingertips to the right side of the mat as you extend through the right back leg. Now just take a moment again to close off the eyes and breathe. Inhale and exhale. Push into the right hand as you find your way back into your tabletop position. Now from here we're going to come into bird dog. So just getting the timer ready. We're going to do it for about 45 seconds. So whenever you are ready, guys, I want you to find your way into your tabletop position. Stack those knees to your hips, shoulders to wrist, and extend the left arm and the right leg. And we will repeat on both sides. So just extend and lengthen. Now, as you extend, I want you to think about inhaling through the nose, and as you release, you exhale. Now, what always happens here is your hip naturally likes to open, so really think about squaring your hips down and pull your belly in, trying not to arch into the back neither, finding a nice straight spine. So keeping it going here just a few more times. Inhale as you lengthen and exhale as you come back. Inhale to lengthen and exhale, we return. A few more times, guys. Really extend the back leg nice and long. Now come back into your tabletop position and push back, downward facing dog. So this might be your first downward dog of the day. And especially if it's the first thing in the morning, those hamstrings might be a little bit tight. So just working into your downward dog walks here a few times. Just pedal out the heels, wiggle the hips a few times from side to side. And whenever you're ready, just settle into your dog and just focus on the breath. The hamstrings are still feeling tight. You can always keep moving. And we'll just drop the knees back to the floor. Finding your way back into that tabletop, hover the knees. Now we're walking back into plank to tabletop hover. Plank, tabletop hover. Keep this going, guys. Think about looking at those shoulders to wrist and making sure they are in one straight line. Tabletop knees, plank. Breathing in and exhaling out. Again, squeeze your lower belly in here, guys. Pull it to the rib cage. Gaze towards the top of the mat. Inhale and exhale. A few more rounds. As you exhale, we come back into your downward facing dog. Take a breath in and exhale, let it go. Again, you can find that little wiggle through the hips if the legs are feeling tight, or just hold still. Now inhale as you roll your way forward into upward facing dog. Take a breath, open the collarbone, exhale, push back to your downward dog. Inhale and exhale. Push the hips back. As you look forward, just find a seat and sit back down onto the floor. So from here, just take your feet about hip distance apart, fingers face forward, and let's just open out through the chest here for a few breaths. Really think about pushing your heart forward. And now extend the legs out, hip distance apart. Flex your toes to your face, coming into some tabletop dips here. So lifting those hips up and then down. Inhale and exhale. Keep flexing those toes up towards the sky to your face. Breathing in and exhaling out. Fingers facing forward. Inhale and exhale. Few more rounds. Good. All right, guys. Well done. From there, drop the hips to the floor. Turn your fingers to face the end of the mat. Let's open out into your chest and shoulders here. Just drop your head back. Little release into those shoulders. Should feel quite nice. Just relax. Open through the heart. And then we'll find our way into a butterfly position here. So bring your feet together. You can either have a diamond shape with the legs, or you can bring them a little bit closer to the inner groin. Let's take a breath, and as you exhale, find a forward fold over the legs. Every exhale, you're trying to sink a little bit deeper into the pose. So really allow the body to open and relax. Inhale and exhale. Now inhale, bring your arms to the sky. Exhale, let it go. Again, we'll find your legs out nice and straight in front. Fingers face forward to the end of the mat. Toes are flexed. We're going to lift alternating legs here. So lift and lower. Inhale and exhale. Well done, guys. All right. From here, I want you to bend into the elbows if you want more of a challenge in the triceps, or you can keep your arms straight. Whichever option works for you. Just make sure you are pulling your core in real tight and lift and lower. Keep flexing those toes to the face. Engage through the thighs here as well, guys. And then we roll all the way down to the mat. Reach the arms up and over the head as you inhale through the nose, and then reach your way up. Finding a halfway position, we then rotate to the left and to the right. Lower all the way back down towards the floor as we inhale, reach the arms overhead. And then we come back up. We inhale, exhale, find a halfway point, twist to the left and twist to the right. Come back through, exhale, lower. Inhale, we reach the arms up. Finding again that halfway position, go to the left, to the right, and lower all the way to the floor. Inhale and exhale, we reach, come up. Again, find that halfway position, we go to the left and to the right. Roll all the way to the mat. Inhale through the nose, round your way up. Again, come back to the halfway, to the left, to the right. Roll all the way down. Inhale and exhale, come up, reach. Find your way over to the left, to the right. Come all the way back down. Inhale through the nose. Now we're going to pulse here, guys. So keep the toes flexed. We reach those fingers towards the end of the mat. Pulse. Pull your belly in nice and tight. Keep reaching through those fingertips. Breathe. Feet are hip distance apart. Thighs are engaged. Squeeze and hug everything in. Breathe and hold it. Keep going, guys. Hug that belly in real tight. Now we're going to hold it here, guys. So just breathe and now reach your arms up towards the sky. Taking the fingertips to face forward as you come into your tabletop position or reverse plank. Feet together, hold for a moment, and then lower all the way down. And find your way back into downward facing dog. Let's take a breath and exhale, let it go. Inhale, roll forward, upward facing dog. Maybe wiggle a few times from side to side as you exhale, downward facing dog. Sit back down onto the mat. from here again, face those fingertips towards the front of the mat. Feet are hip distance apart. Take an inhale, open the chest, lift off into your tabletop position. Extend the left leg to the sky and extend the right leg to the sky. So finding a little bit of a can-can movement here, guys, as you extend and lengthen. Think about pointing through your toes as you reach those legs up towards the sky as well. And try not to let the hips dip too much. Keep your hips lifted and pull your core in. Push into the hands. Now lift up into your tabletop, hold. Lifting the tabletop up as much as you can. Relax and open through the chest, the shoulders. As you exhale, drop back down to the mat. From there, bring your left foot to your right inner thigh. Sit up nice and tall. And then take a deep breath in as you exhale. Come forward into your forward fold. So you should be feeling a stretch into the right inner thigh. Little half butterfly position here. Kneecap is facing up towards the ceiling here or sky, wherever you are in the world. Just let the forearms relax. Now inhale, bring the arms up. As you exhale, hands to heart. Switching to the opposite side, extend your left leg out nice and long, right leg in. Inhale through the nose, and as you exhale, come forward onto your forearms. Let's take a moment here to really relax and open out the body, letting go of any tension, worries, stress. Just be mindful that one side of the body may feel a lot more different to the other. Now inhale, reach, and exhale. Again, we'll find our way into downward facing dog. Sit back into child's pose. Relax the forehead to the mat. Relax the fingertips to the floor. Push the hips back into the heels. Close your eyes. And then find your way back into your dog. Gaze forward as you step or jump to a seat. And lower all the way back down onto the floor. We're coming into some yogi bicycles here, so just bringing your opposite elbow to knee. And then make sure you are extending both legs out really straight as you extend them out long. Breathing in and exhaling out. Tap an opposite elbow over to the knee. Few more rounds here, guys, and then lengthen the arms, the legs as we find a hollow hold, and then come into your legs up the wall and roll your way up and find your way back into downward dog. Reach your left fingertips back, finding a single arm dog. Switching sides, the right arm reaches back. Hold your dog. Roll forward to plank. And we'll find a little hover here, opposite alternating arms. Reach back, hold it, and exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, exhale, find your way back down onto the mat. Again, we'll open out into the chest a little bit here, guys. So just relax and open out through the front body. You can lift the hips away from the heels here if you wish, if you want more of an extension. I'm not going to do it today. I'm just going to hold it and relax. This feels quite nice. And then we'll reach those arms back up as we exhale. Bring the hands through into the heart center. From there, step back, downward facing dog. Now step your left foot to the outside of the mat as you come into your lizard. Reach the left arm over to the right corner of the mat. Release the left hand down. Step back plank. Right foot comes to the outside of the mat as you reach the right fingertips to the left side of the mat. Right hand comes down, step back plank, downward facing dog. Roll forward plank into your upward facing dog. Lift the left leg and then lift the right leg. Any issues in the back, just give that a little skip and then find your way back to your dog. Drop back down onto your mat. And let's lift up into your half plow. Flex your toes, take a breath, and roll your way to your legs up the wall. So we're using our core here as well. Flex your toes to the face, and then roll to your half plow. Hold it. Roll back down, legs up the wall. Back into your half plow. Legs up the wall, and keep repeating this a few times, guys. Oh my gosh, there are like loads of flies everywhere. Just in your own time, just keep repeating. Plow to half plow. Legs up the wall. Use that core, go nice and slowly. And then bend those knees. Bring your heels together here. Frog legs. We're working back into your core strength, guys. Kick the heels up and away to the sky. Opening the knees here as well. Breathing in and exhaling out. You can lower the legs a little bit lower if you want to work a bit harder, or just keep the legs as I am. Breathing in and exhaling out. A few more rounds. Now release the feet to the floor, tickle the backs of the ankles. Inhale, rise to bridge. Squeeze your glutes as you lift. Make sure your feet are hip distance apart. Push into the hands, just give the glutes a little feel. Make sure they are switched on and working. Breathing in and exhaling, squeezing in the belly and bringing your lower ribs in here as well. Lift and then lower. Keep squeezing into the glutes. Now hold it here, guys, in your bridge pose. Wiggle your shoulders underneath the back, interlock the fingers, push the hands into the floor. You can also just close your eyes for a few moments to relax. Now the ribs naturally start to pop open here, so really think about pulling the ribs in. And we'll lower back to the mat. Grab the backs of the thighs, finding a little roll up for 1, for 2, and for 3. Awesome, guys. Come back into your downward facing dog. Reach those left fingertips back, single arm dog. Again, switching to the opposite side, reach the right arm back. Roll your way forward nice and slowly, coming into your upward facing dog. And as you get there, just tuck your toes back under. Hold it. Look to the left and look to the right. Inhale to center, to the left, and then to the right. Working into that neck for a few seconds, and then exhale, we come back into your dog. Drop back down onto the knees. Coming back into those tabletop knee lifts, guys. So tuck your toes under. We go for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Awesome, guys. Now step your left foot forward, drop your back knee down, inhale, right arm to the sky, and come into your twisted lunge here. Hold it, look behind, and then come onto your fingertips. Step the right foot forward, drop the back knee down, inhale, left arm, and then twist to your opposite side. Inhale, arms to the sky. Now exhale, come onto your fingertips here. I want you to step back into a plank position and try and hold your plank on your fingertips. So looking towards the top of the mat. Now come down onto the hands, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Push back, child's pose. Take a moment here, just relax. Inhale. Exhale. Finding your way to a comfortable seat, guys. Sit up nice and tall. Just wiggle it out a few times from side to side. Take the arms out to a T. And then just find those reaches again as we twist to the left. Inhale back to center. We twist to the right. Inhale to center. Exhale to twist. Inhale. Exhale. Hands to the heart. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, let it go through the mouth. One more inhale. Exhale, let it go. Thumbs to the forehead. Namaste. Thank you so much, guys, for watching.